The President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, has called for African nations to unite and stand its ground to prevent being exploited for its rock, soil and dust. This after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio praised imperialism. South African President, speaking on the sidelines of the African Union Leaders Summit that concluded on Sunday, said Africa needs to respond to the rapid geopolitical changes with one voice. Speaking to the Africa Report, he said, and I quote, "What we should be avoiding is a new form of colonialism where those economies will now begin to target the minerals that they have. It is now time for Africa to do business on its own terms and to make sure the decisions that we engage in at the G20 on how we treat our endowments, particularly critical minerals, should be dealt with. There should no longer be a case where rock, soil and dust are exploited out of Africa." Ramaphosa's remark comes after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in a speech at the Munich Security Conference last week, advocated for a renewed partnership between the U.S. and Europe to revive the West's age of dominance. Rubio urged allies to disregard guilt over historical colonialism, framing Western expansion as a noble civilizational achievement, which critics interpreted as a call for a new era of neocolonialism. Rubio said U.S. and Trump would like to work together with what it considered to be its Western allies to stem the decline and what a loss of dominance once again. Our correspondent Kalden Ongmu reports from Johannesburg.
Following a two-day African Union summit that concluded in Addis Ababa on Sunday, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa spoke with renewed confidence. Taking questions from journalists, he urged African countries to unite in response to shifting global power dynamics, warning of fundamental changes in the international system. He said the continent should avoid new forms of colonialism and cautioned that Africa must guard against external exploitation of its natural resources, particularly critical minerals essential to global industries, as world powers scramble for Africa's resources. Ramaphosa said it is time for Africa to unite, speak with one voice, and use its growing strategic leverage responsibly and collectively. This is Kalden Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.